Hello Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Taurus, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, Taurus, let's get started. How does Taurus currently view this relationship? All right, Taurus. So we do have the Two of Wands. We do have the Justice card. We also have the Two of Pentacles. And then we also have the Eight of Cups to the King of Wands. And then we also have the Four of Cups to the World out here. All right, Taurus, I don't necessarily feel like this is your energy. However, we do have a masculine energy that's overpowering your reading. So let's get into it, shall we? For some of you, you could have been dealing with a fire sign strongly. So an Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case though, but it kind of looks like things came to an end here between you and this King of Wands that you were dealing with. I just kind of feel like this person is trying to figure out, like, but is it like really, really over? Or like, do I still have a fighting chance here? Your actions, let's focus on that. Your actions have led this person to think, believe, as well as feel like you're 100%, like 100%. Done with them. However, even though your actions have led this person to think and believe you are 100% done with them, they still kind of find themselves like questioning, like, but are they really done with me? Do I still have a fighting chance here or do I not? You know, it's like they're trying to figure out, it's like they're trying to figure out if they still have a fighting chance here with you or not. Okay, let's see how you're currently viewing this relationship. How does Taurus currently view this relationship? Ooh, okay. So we do have the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords, and then we also have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus, I'm not really picking up on you whatsoever. This person, this masculine energy over here, they're really, really overpowering the reading here to the point where I'm barely picking up on you. Right now, you're definitely in High Priestess-like energy, and what that means is you're very quiet and you're very reserved and very to yourself right now. You're definitely not pouring any sort of time and or energy towards them and what you once upon a time had with them. It kind of looks like all that time and energy you invested in them and your relationship with them, you're investing it into yourself now, okay? You might even perceive this person as somebody who's not worth your time, your investment, and or energy. With the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords to the Four of Pentacles coming out here, I feel like this person is trying their hardest to forget about you. I am definitely getting that, but in some way, shape, or form, it's like they're constantly being reminded of you. I am definitely getting an energy of them drowning themselves into work in hopes that that'll help them. You know what I mean? Like forget about you and what they once upon a time had with you. This person could very well be picking up like extra shifts at work, just so that way, you know, they have something to do. So that way they're not sitting around, you know what I mean? Thinking about you and what happened between, you know, the two of you. But when this person gets some downtime, specifically at night, that's when they tend to think about you the most. Now, I do want to look at the Nine of Swords, but I'm going to be clarifying the Nine of Swords using a different tarot deck that has the cards in the upright as well as in the reverse. So let's get into it. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords. Ooh, we have the World in the reverse. Yeah, they're having a very difficult time accepting the fact that it's over between the two of you. It's as if they don't want to believe that it's over between the two of you. Okay, so we have the Moon out here. I do feel like this person's, you know, in the blues, okay, about you. I am definitely getting that. I feel like this person cries a lot at night. Yeah. They're definitely shedding tears. That's one thing that I will say over you in this ending that transpired, you know, between the two of you. We also have the Page of Pentacles out here. You know, I do feel like that there's times where this person might find themselves like, you know, pulling out their phone and like, you know, typing a long message, you know, to you. And, you know, they tend to like kind of talk themselves out of actually sending, you know, that message. I am definitely getting that they tend to do that a lot. Like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to text Taurus. I'm just going to say, you know, how I feel and how sorry I am. And I'm just going to send it. You know what I mean? But I feel like before they do hit that send button, they typically talk themselves out of it. Is basically what I'm getting. Okay. Let's look at this person a little bit more. Hopefully we'll start to pick up on you and your energy, because I like to see both sides to the situation. And you're not really giving me much to work with, but how does this person currently view this relationship. Okay. Interesting. We have the Four of Cups, we got the Page of Cups, we also have the Knight of Swords. There's going to come a point in time where they're going to start to harness this energy that I like to call screw it energy. They're going to eventually extend themselves to you and say, right, whatever it is that they want to say to you. I am definitely getting via text though, and or email. I'm just getting like a long, in my head, I'm just kind of like seeing like a very long, like, paragraph. So they're either gonna like text you or email you or write you on social media. I am definitely getting that this person's gonna eventually find themselves regretting this, you know, as far as like contacting you is concerned. And I want to see why they're gonna find themselves regretting this. All right, let's look at the Four of Cups. Let's see what's going on. For some of you, could have been dealing with a water sign strongly, so Cancer, Scorpio, maybe even a Pisces or an air sign, so a Gemini, Libra, maybe even an Aquarius. Tell me more about the Four of Cups. Ooh. Okay. All right, I can kind of see why this person's going to find themselves regretting this. When this person does contact you, because, you know, they will, I see this person just sitting around waiting to hear back from you, and they're not hearing back from you. I don't know if you're leaving this person on red or what the case may be, but they're not getting a response from you. And it's going to cause this person to feel worse than what they already do now, because they already feel like shit, you know, between you and I, they already feel like shit. So to not receive, you know, a text back from you or an email back from you, it's just gonna make this person feel 10 times worse. But with the Six of Swords coming out here, you know, they're having a very difficult time, man, moving forward and moving on with their life. But it is kind of stemming from a place of them not really wanting to move forward and move on with their life. Like, that does kind of play a massive role in why they feel so stuck and hung up on you. With that Four of Swords in the reverse, this to me just kind of feels like an energy of denial coming from this person. You know, it's like they're harnessing the energy of there's just no way. There's just no way that Taurus is done with me. There's just no way that this is over. There's just no way. There's no way. There's no way that they're done with me. There's no way. So, okay, let me get this straight. So when this person does contact you and they don't get a response from you, it's not really causing them to fall into this energy of, okay, you know what, they're done with me. I mean, come on, look, they didn't even text me back. They didn't even bother to email me back. Like, okay, I think it's safe to say that they're done with me, right? We don't see them, you know, falling into that energy whatsoever. We see them falling more into that energy of like denial. Like, even though you're making it abundantly clear to this person, you know, through your actions that you're done with them, it's just a hard thing for this person to grasp as well as accept. All right, let's see if we can pick up on you, Taurus. How does Taurus currently feel? Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. We do have the Magician out here, and then we also have the Three of Swords. Taurus, when it comes down to how you feel about this individual, okay, there's something about you perceiving this person as somebody who's like really, really trying their hardest to get you back, okay? But it kind of looks like you're very determined to like not fall for whatever it is that they're doing on their end to get you back or to win you back. I do want to look a little bit more though into this. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles to the Three of Swords. I think that you find it extremely hilarious that this person's putting all this time and energy towards trying to get you back, but when this person had you in their life, you know, they didn't put this much freaking effort is what I'm getting. They didn't put this much effort, and I think that you find that to be extremely hilarious. You know, it's interesting because now that you don't care anymore, clearly, because your actions in itself are showing this person you don't care anymore. And your actions in itself are showing this person that you're very determined to close this cycle out between you and this person and never look back. But yeah, dude, I am definitely getting that, even though you're definitely acknowledging the fact that, like, okay, like this person's really trying, you know, to get me back. They just sent me, you know, a whole novel on how they feel about me and how sorry they are, and look, they just sent me roses, and look, they just sent me a box of chocolates. Like, you know, I don't know, like, I just think that you find it to be extremely hilarious. I do. That now all of a sudden they want to act like they care. Now all of a sudden they want to like put forth all this time, energy, and effort towards getting you back. But when this person had you in their life, you know, they weren't doing all of that. A lot of you may have felt like this person was like breadcrumbing you and or like, you know, doing the bare minimum. Which I can see why you would feel that way, considering the fact that we do have the page out here, and we do have it out here twice, unfortunately. So, I mean, it makes sense as to why a lot of you, you know, may have felt like this person was just doing the bare minimum constantly within this dynamic here between the two of you. How does this person currently feel? We have the Eight of Pentacles, we got the 10 of Swords, and then we also have the Hierophant out here. I will say this person's definitely putting in that, they're definitely putting in that work when it comes down to, you know, getting you back. It's as if this person refuses to like give up on you and what they once upon a time had with you. But I'm gonna be honest, I feel like what this person is doing is creating more harm for them than good. Okay, let me explain. The more this person tries to get you back, the more this person tries to fix or repair things here with you, the more they're gonna find themselves experiencing rejection, and rejection, you know, from you. And them getting rejected by you is definitely not a good feeling from the looks of it, okay? From the looks of it, you know, them not getting their way with you, it really, really does hurt them, because it causes them to basically feel like, oh man, like they're really, really freaking done with me. And that's the thing, right? Is that this person doesn't want you. They don't want you to be done with them. They don't. They just don't. All right, let's look at the Ten of Swords. You know, especially with the Hierophant right next to the Ten of Swords, this is that type of person that doesn't really know how to value and appreciate a good thing when they got it. They tend to like value and appreciate a good thing when they no longer have access to it. And because this person no longer has access to you and all the good that you would bring into their life, it's putting a lot of things into perspective for them. It's causing them to realize that, man, like I had somebody who really loved me, somebody who really cared about me, somebody who was very committed to me, somebody who's very devoted to me, and I blew it. You know what I mean? Tell me more about the Ten of Swords. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords. All right. Ooh. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And then we also have the Four of Wands in the reverse. Well, that's not good. And then we also have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. Oh Lord. It appears to me that this person fears that they may have pushed you to that point of no return. You know, a Queen of Wands in the reverse is somebody who is like completely and utterly fed up. I feel like you're just so fed up with this person and everything that they put you through. It's not even funny. You know, I feel like you got tired. I am getting that. Like, I feel like you got tired of like crying, yelling, repeating yourself. Like, I can't emphasize this enough, man. I feel like this person did 99 things to push you to that point of no return. You just don't have it in you to like keep fighting for this. I feel like this person, the way that they showed up in this dynamic that they once upon a time had with you, left you so freaking drained and depleted that you just don't have that energy, you know, within you to speak to this person, let alone try to fix or repair this and or give this another go around. Yeah, but this person fears that they may have pushed you to that point of no return, and it kind of looks like they did. What actions, okay, will Taurus take towards this person or moving forward? So we do have the Hierophant out here. We do have the Nine of Wands. And then we also have the Sun out here. With the Sun coming out here, you know, the Sun does speak of, you know, happiness, joy, and it also speaks of illumination. So I'm getting a few different storylines here for you, but let me go with the first one that I got, okay? This dynamic between the two of you really put a lot of things into perspective for you. It really did highlight a lot of things, I would say, for you, Taurus. It definitely highlighted, you know, to you that you were dealing with somebody who just clearly didn't value or appreciate you, okay? You know what I'm also getting to is a drastic difference within you and your energy. It's like a night and day type of situation. You know, when you were dealing with this person, you found yourself very drained and very depleted. And I think that it's because you pour a lot of yourself into this person, your relationship with them. I am definitely getting that you really wanted this dynamic here between the two of you to work, hence why it left you so drained, right? And so depleted. You were also dealing with somebody who was like, you know, breadcrumbing you and giving you the bare minimum, which also kind of contributes to why you were so drained and depleted. But now that this individual is, you know, out of your life, it's as if you feel like you can relax finally. It's as if you feel like you could breathe again, is what I'm getting. One thing that I will say that you learn throughout the course of your, you know, relationship, you know, with this person is to never, 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 like I mean never, allow yourself to get involved with somebody who makes you feel like this, who makes you feel drained, who makes you feel, you know, depleted and, you know, unloved and unwanted. Because that's exactly how this person made you feel. So you refuse to make that same mistake again is what I'm getting, Taurus. Good for you, though. What actions will this person take towards Taurus or moving forward? So we do have the Page of Wands. We do have the Seven of Pentacles. And then we also have the Three of Cups. Okay. I am getting when this person gets like a notification, you know, on their phone, they always find themselves thinking, it's probably Taurus. Let me see, let me see, let me see. You know, I am getting that. Taurus is probably calling me right now. Taurus is probably texting me right now. And then they end up finding out that it's just their friend contacting them. It's just, you know, their family members contacting them. It's not you. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Wands. I want to look a little bit more into the Seven of Wands. I feel like this has a lot to do with like, yeah, I feel like this has a lot to do with something that they're like refusing to like do, something that they're refusing to do. Let's look into that. Let's see what that's all about. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. I see. Yeah. We have the World, we have the Seven of Pentacles, but it came out in the reverse. And then we also have the Five of Swords out here. It looks like this person is refusing to allow this cycle to close out between the two of you. They're also refusing to throw away this, you know, dynamic that they once upon a time had with you. I just feel like this person, they may not realize this now, but I do believe that this person is definitely, you know, wasting their time when it comes down to trying to get back with you is concerned. And it's primarily, you know, because revisiting this connection, at least for you, just doesn't seem to be an option in your mind. It's like you don't want to go back to feeling like this ever again. You know, feeling like you're, you know, dealing with somebody who doesn't love you, who doesn't appreciate you, who doesn't value, you know, you and all that you have to offer. I'm also getting that you never really felt safe and secure, you know, with this person. You know, your life didn't get worse the moment that you walked away from this person. Okay, let me make that clear. Okay, your life got better. since you left this person. So to revisit this entire situation all over again is just not something I see you ever wanting to do. But I just kind of feel like this person is just like being very, very stubborn right now. You know, at the end of the day, they want what they want, damn it. And what they want is, you know, what they once upon a time had with you, and they're very determined to get it. See, the thing is that this person feels, right? Like if they're not able to pull this off as far as like this reconciliation between the two of you is concerned, they feel like, yeah, they feel like this person feels like if they're not able to freaking pull this off as far as getting you back is concerned, this would be, you know, one of their biggest regrets. And that's the thing, you know, is that they just don't want to take the L, man. They just don't want to take the freaking L. You know, not everything that you lose in this life, you know, is a loss, but there's certain things that we lose in life that are considered, you know, to be, you know, a loss. But when it comes down to you, Taurus, losing you is just not something that, you know, this person wants to, you know, accept, because losing you would be considered a freaking massive loss. And that's just not something that this person wants to turn around and, you know, accept. Like if you were somebody who, you know, didn't have much to offer, if you were somebody who didn't, you know, bring a boatload to, you know, the table and or somebody's life, then, you know, walking away from you and losing you would have been nothing to this person. But that's just simply not the case. I mean, this person looks at you as somebody who has a lot to offer, somebody who brings a lot of positivity into a person's life, brings a lot of good into a person's life. Like you're just very different, you know, in this person's eyes. But this is like the unfortunate part, right? Is that, you know, even though they know that you're somebody of value and somebody of, you know, a lot of worth, when they were with you, it just looks like they didn't really value and or appreciate you. I do feel like there was a point in time where this person, you know, definitely did treat you like gold, but I feel like that more than likely happened towards like the very beginning of this dynamic here between the two of you. But once this one over here got comfortable, like they didn't feel the need to do the things that they used to do for you, like take you out on dates, buy you flowers, do this for you, do that for you. Like they just got really comfortable. And that's the thing, is that you can't get comfortable with somebody who harnesses high priestess like energy, because somebody who harnesses high priestess like energy is somebody who knows their value. It's somebody who knows their worth. It's somebody who knows what they deserve and what they don't deserve. And the moment that they find themselves dealing with somebody who does not deserve them, they will kick that individual out of their life in a heartbeat. And I feel like that's exactly what it is that you did. That's exactly what it is that you did. So yeah, I feel like that's just kind of where they went wrong. They got too comfortable and they stopped doing the things that they used to do, you know, for you, thinking that you were just gonna, I don't know, like stick around or something like that. But yeah, it kind of looks like they refuse to take the L here. They refuse to take the L here. They refuse to take the L. No, nope. But it kind of looks like this person's going to have no choice but to kind of take the L here when it comes down to losing you. And I get it. They don't want to lose you. And I don't blame this person for not wanting to lose you. I mean, come on. You harness high priestess like energy. You're basically the total package. Like you're a person's dream person. You see what I mean? So I get why they don't want to take the L here, but it kind of looks like they're going to have to, you know, at this point. But yeah, Taurus, it just kind of looks like this one over here is not going to go down without a fight. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading.